All right. If it's not convenient or efficient to graph, okay, a system, you can always solve it by substitution.
Do we get our notes?
I didn't hand those out yet. Malfunction. Let's get the notes out to you guys.
I wanted them to keep writing on the board.
You had to say that.
Yeah, I did, Nico.
Yeah, he wants to learn, right?
Still recording.
Okay.
Briggs, take one.
We'll take
Albino, hand the rest back. Henry.
Day 2 going.
You should start putting commercials on.
What should we promote?
Day 7.
Nico.
Math stuff.
Next stuff? Like, have like a commercial for like graphing calculators or something? Protractors? That's fun. Alright, so today, guys, we're going to solve systems by what they call substitution. What does the word substitution mean to you?
Swap out.
Substitute.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. To substitute. Explain it in a different way, Aaron. It makes more sense. What would you do if you had to substitute something?
You would put something in for another. Like, you put a number in for a variable.
Okay, yeah, you substitute there. Does everybody agree? You like you plug something in for that you know in for something?
Put
What that
Mrs. Chickless in for Mrs. Sitchy.
Okay, Miss Chickless is substituting for Miss Sitchy. Okay. All right, we're going to give you step-by-steps. But here's the deal. You have to isolate. And we're not going to actually do the isolating until tomorrow. But you have to isolate one of your variables. And a lot of the ones we're doing today, both equations have a variable isolated. And that's even easier when you have this. Okay? You are then going to substitute the equivalent expression for this variable into the other equation. Okay? Now that you only have one variable, you're going to solve for that variable by simplifying your equation. You're going to use the value of that variable and plug it back into the other equation to solve for your other variable, and then you need to write your answer as an ordered pair. Okay? That was a lot of mumbo jumbo. Here's what that all means. Cuban, read me equation A. First equation from left to right.
Y equals 2x plus 2. Y equals
The first one only. Just the first. Read me the first equation. That's it.
Y equals 2x plus 2.
Everybody agree? Cuban, what does x or what does y equal?
2x plus 2.
Everybody agree with that? Okay. Madeline, read the second equation.
Y equals 3x plus 4.
What does y equal? Cuban said y equals 2x plus 2. Madeline said y equals 3x plus 4. What I'm going to do is I am going to take what y equals in the first equation and I'm going to substitute it in for y into the second equation.
2x plus 2 equals 3x plus 4.
Say it loud and proud, Cuban.
2x plus 2 equals 3x plus 4.
What have I just accomplished there?
Equation.
I don't really know.
You do. Look at it.
Oh wait, you get.
You got 2
Get rid of
problems.
y.
One problem now.
You only have one variable now. You couldn't solve these before because there was two variables. You solve it for y, it's y equals 2x plus 2. You solve it for x, it would be like something, 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 y. Now there's only one variable with variables. Everybody solve that for x. Watch what happens.
Cool.
Briggs, talk me through it.
So I wrote down 2x plus 2 equals 3x plus 4, and then I subtracted 3x from the right side, or from both sides.
Got it?
And then I subtracted 2 from both sides.
Got it?
And then I ended up with negative x equals 2, and then I divided by negative 1. And x
Got it?
equals negative 2.
Yeah.
Anybody else get x equals negative 2?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Great job.
Anybody smart enough to tell me what x equals negative 2 means for this problem? They're going,
Why?
x equals negative 2.
That's
Now,
why x equals
more
negative
specifically.
Why?
What?
2. That's how we solve
Are you saying a question or are you saying a variable? Or are you just clueless right now? Guys, what does x equals negative 2 mean for this problem?
Point N.
Plug it back.
Briggs!
Yeah, like we plug it back into the first equation so we can solve it.
For
Y.
Y.
guys, Guys, x equals -2 is just the x value of the answer. So now, you're actually going to substitute again. Which equation do we substitute it in?
First. Second.
That's what matters.
Ah, good point, Cuban. The easier one.
We did this last year.
Did we do a little bit of this last year?
That was
Yeah.
2x.
Interesting. I didn't think we did this last year.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We did something like this.
Substitute it into either one. You don't have to do both. I'm going to substitute into this first one because it's a little bit easier. Y will be 2 times -2 plus 2. A lot of 2's going on there. Y equals -4 plus 2. The y value of the solution is -2. And it's just a coincidence, guys, that the x and the y value are the same. That doesn't happen very often.
Oh, so no graph. And that's the answer.
That's it.
That's it.
We don't have to graph them anymore.
Is
We
that
use
the whole thing?
substitution.
It's gonna take a lot of paper.
There's more algebra involved.
Yeah.
But once you do this a couple times, you'll be like, oh, this is the way to do it. Okay? We know that y equals 2x, and we know that y equals 5x plus 4.
5 is 2x.
Do you always substitute the first like y for the second one, or can you do the second one first?
Look at what totally thinking. Like what he said. Do you substitute 2x in for y into the second equation, or do you take the second equation and substitute 5x plus 4 in for y into the first equation?
Oh, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Gee, I'm smart.
I'm with right, Olson.
2x equals 5x plus 4.
Okay. He took 2x, that's what y equals in the first equation, and substituted it in to the other equation. Solve that one for x. Go.
X equals -4/3.
Oh, is it okay if it doesn't work out evenly?
Yeah.
Sure. Subtract 5x. -3x equals 4. X equals -4/3. Don't forget to pair up your x and your y as your solution. So -4/3 is our x. We don't know our y yet, but now here's where you got to make a good decision. Would you use the first equation or the second one to get y?
It's easier.
Why?
Because it doesn't have a.
Because I asked.
Very funny, Briggs.
Oh,
Why
you
would you use
got
the
it.
first one? Briggs, why would you use the first one?
Because it's easier.
It's a lot smaller. It's a lot easier to deal with. Would you get the same answer if you used the second one?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
it's a direct variation.
The first one is a direct variation. Very
But
good.
that's not why.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything with it. Okay. Write it out. Make sure you're showing a little bit of work. Who can multiply 2 times -4/3 in their head?
Oh.
DeVito.
2 2/3.
You used your calculator.
Yeah.
You didn't?
Still in here.
Very good then. How'd you get 2 2/3? Or did you,
Oh, I just did
Negative
-4
2
times 2.
oh, so -8/3, right?
Yeah.
Ah, which is -2 2/3. Very good. Can I leave it in proper, Nico? Sure. Could I change it to mixed numbers, guys? Sure.
And kept
-1 1/3, comma, -2 2/3. Parentheses around that junk.
standard 4.
Don't start the third one yet.
We can leave it in proper. That can be right.
Yeah, I would leave it in proper total. I mean, it's less work. But
Totes.
okay, now here's the deal with this third one. Because you've seen the first two and everything's been solved for y, and on both equations, kids take the second equation, they start solving it for y. No, you don't need to. Or we put one little figure up in the air. Only one equation needs to be solved for one of the variables.
Yes.
First one is, does everybody agree the first one's solved for y?
Yes.
Okay? Chupinski, what does y equal in the first equation? 2x minus 1, right? I'm going to take 2x minus 1, and I'm going to, put your little figures up in the air, substitute it in for y into the other equation. So watch what I do. Circle it and arrow it right now. I'm going to take 2x minus 1,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm going to substitute it in for y there.
Only when it's not in
Because what form is that second one in now?
standard.
Standard form.
So what if the staff when we do that?
You just take, as long as you have one equation solved for y. You
Because
could
then you'd still only have one variable.
You could also like
Right.
graph it to double check.
You could also graph it, double check. And Cuban, although I'm sure you will take the time to do that.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Somebody tell me what to write.
Oh, yeah.
I want to write. Sidaro.
Okay.
wait, is it 4x plus 2 times the body of 2x minus 1?
Equals
Well
12.
Oh yeah, and then
Equals 12.
What? Oh, I did it though.
My way or the Kennedy Expressway, Cubon?
I did it.
Do it over and go right.
That sucks.
Don't solve the second one for y.
Will you get the same answer?
Yes. Yes, and it'll be a lot longer. It will be a lot longer. All right. 4x minus 2 equals 12. 8x equals 14. Did you guys get that? Divide by 8. X equals 7/4.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Oh, I just wrote 14.
Okay? Now, which equation would be easier to get y now that you know that x is 7/4? Everybody agree that the first one's a lot easier? Okay? So, y will equal 2 times 7/4 minus 1. Again, I would not have a problem with you guys when there's fractions involved, if you guys use your calculator. Okay. Let's see, so that would be 14/4, which is 7/2
7, 7.
minus 1.
So 7/2 is 3.5 minus 1 is 2.5.
Which is 2.5.
Is
So
5
1
seconds.
and 3/4 and 2.5. If we graphed that, guys, we probably wouldn't get that exact answer because we'd have to be real careful with our fourths and halves to get that. So that's why we do substitution, is the ones that where the intersection is not a nice even integers, is it where it's not at nice even integers, substitution will work. So it does take a lot of space, a lot more algebra, but I think it's a lot quicker and a lot easier. Sean,
if you're both in standard form, would you solve the y?
solve one of them for y,
One.
or x. We're going to do that tomorrow. Great question. We're going to do that tomorrow. All right, jump to the next page. Mr. Henry, is one of the equations solved for one of the variables?
Yes,
Which one?
the second one.
Solved for?
Y.
Because I asked.
Oh.
That's funny stuff. Briggs got me, I had to get somebody. Anyways, the second one is solved for y. Take what y equals and substitute it into the other equation. Take what y equals and substitute it in. Henry, do you know what to write?
What?
Do you know what to write?
Not really.
Who knows what to write?
Me.
Hey, take this, Henry, and substitute it in. I almost missed it. For y.
And
So
then
you're gonna go to
use
the.
the
You always have to
quantity
go to the other equation.
Because you know
There's
what y
something wrong
equals,
with
so
it.
get it in there.
Yeah, there's a no solution.
Ooh, don't ruin it. So, 2x plus 2 times the quantity of negative x minus 2 will equal 8.
It's 2x.
Henry, does that make sense?
X equals
What?
12.
The x does not equal 12.
What doesn't
Negative 4 equals 8.
Hey, we're going to distribute. Be
Oh,
careful with your negative signs. 2x plus negative 2x minus 4 equals 8. Henry, what's 2x plus negative 2x?
0.
Nothing. Uh-oh. Special case. All the variables vanished. Henry,
No
does negative 4 equal 8? Maybe on Mars.
No sense. No sense.
Why does Mars think that?
No solution. You get a false statement, guys, write no solution. You guys know that.
What if it was, you go.
You would write infinitely many solutions. I think it's the next one.
Oh wow.
Okay.
He didn't even give us a spoiler alert.
Let's go. Everybody take what? 1 plus 2x and substitute it in for y into the second equation. Take 1 plus 2x and substitute it in for y. 8x minus 4 times the quantity of 1 plus 2x equals negative 4.
Oh, this is auto limit.
Why?
Yeah.
Negative 4.
They both cancel out.
Oh, because we lose all our variables, we get a true statement. 8x minus 4 equals, no, minus 8x
It's true. Negative 4 is negative
We read all
equals
the
negative
numbers.
4.
Earth.
Negative 4
4. You can
equals
see all the
negative
apps
4.
on your neck.
Banner.
Oh, you saw all the writing on my neck? Shines on there.
No, it's the apps like Google, Safari.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was on your
Okay,
neck.
what do we write, guys, when there's a true statement?
It's like
We do
that.
not write all real
Infinitely
numbers.
many solutions.
Infinitely many.
Infinitely many solutions. This is where the same line is on top of each other. Infinitely many solutions. Okay?
Songs.
All right, we have no solution. When? Variables vanish. Let's put all variables vanish. And we get a false statement. When all variables vanish in a false statement, that's like that first example up there. Okay? And then they actually infinitely many solutions. Some books call it the identity. Okay, we have the identity system when all variables vanish. And we get a true statement. And then what do we write for the solution of the identity? Guys, what do we write for when we get a true statement?
Infinitely many solutions.
Infinitely many solutions. So, some books, when you guys will see, they call it the identity. Which, everybody has their own identity. That's kind of what
Identity theft.
they mean. It's the, we don't want identity theft.
It's a growing problem in the United States.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only Debbie Downer, but I'm telling you the truth.
Don't be weird, Mel.
Don't worry. That's
All right.
a lost cause.
Sometimes it's not y that's solved for, it's x. Okay? We're just going to take what x equals and substitute it in for
X.
x.
That's still really squeezy.
Everybody take 3y minus 9 and plug it in for
Can I
x.
do it on the board?
Go ahead. Olson.
Can I do number 6?
Also, or you got 6.
Can I do number 43? No.
Yeah.
Right nicely. You're on tape. Nice job.
Wonderful. Wonderful. There you go. Proud of you, man. Proud of you.
Minus 2y equals 7. And then you go 13y equals at 45 both sides. 52, I think.
Hey, you're gonna
Divide
make
both sides
this
by
business, I'm gonna
13,
need you to get a-
And y equals
Oh,
52 over 13.
Oh my God.
it's 4.
Or 4.
Y equals 4.
What?
Y equals 4.
Lord.
Yeah, y equals 4.
Now, which
looks
one
like
would
a
be
nine.
easier to solve for x now that you know y is 4?
Looks like 9.
That looks like a double.
Looks like an X.
First one.
First one, yeah. Figure out what x is now that y is 4. You can hit that extend page if you need to.
Oh yeah, hit it.
Well, then I don't know what the equation. What's the equation?
You can scroll up a little bit.
X equals 3y minus 9.
So 4 equals what?
No, x equals.
I know, but it's 4.
But 4 is y, not x.
So
So x equals.
Henry.
3.
No, 12 minus
3 times
Okay,
5
I'm just gonna do it.
9. It wouldn't be in
Yeah,
four.
you should just
3y
divide in the
minus
first
9.
place.
It's 3, 4.
Now, pair them up, Al. Make sure you got x first and y second. What's the solution, Al?
3, 4. Very good.
You heard Nico say that a minute ago. Olson, great job. Nice job showing all your work.
Yay. yeah.
Alright, let's see if Cuban can do this.
Let's go, Kumba. Let's see what
Alright.
you
Cuban, you have one of your equations solved for one of your variables.
Yeah.
Which equation?
Y. Y equals negative 3x
got.
plus
Top
4.
one, Alec.
Alright, so take what y equals and substitute it into y into the second equation.
Wait.
Yes, and
It's a no,
Pretty sure.
nothing. It turns out to be 0.
You know it turned out to be nothing?
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus.
Just say random things you're gonna take.
0 equals 0. All real numbers. Infinitely many.
No, it's a true statement.
Not all reals, guys.
Infinitely many.
Infinitely many.
Is it infinitely many solutions?
Yeah, it's 0 equals 0.
Maybe at Mars.
That's it for today, right?
That's a Wednesday.
Alex, where's the popcorn?
Kidding. That's it for today, right?
What?
That's it for today.
Yeah, that's it for today. We're gonna do the hard ones tomorrow.
47.
What is the logical kid? Next question.
What are the hard ones?
Well, okay, answer that question. Nico, what do you think?
Graphing this.
No. No. Sean said it earlier.
They're not solved for variable.
Right, what if one of the equations is not solved for y or x?
Then you just solve one.
And
Solve
it's
one of
not even.
Hey, and what you do is you make a smart decision. Also, go ahead and hit stop up there too at the top left.
Solve.
Thank you.